let's talk about temperature. So obviously, I know that the reason that the testicles are in a separate section of your body is because they have to be, as you said, 2 degrees, I think, lower than normal body temperature for optimal sperm production. So could you maybe give us some tips or things that you've learned, or advice, or maybe some actionable things that people can do to sort of look after that? Because I think to myself, I'm a para athlete, so I play wheelchair basketball, right? Which means I'm strapped in a chair, very heavily strapped into this chair for multiple hours on multiple days a week. And I'm thinking to myself, it's probably not good for my one ball that I need to survive on. So any thoughts on the temperature point, and any guidance you can give to me and Jacob and the people listening?
Yeah, sure. So absolutely, in that situation where you are in a chair, there's no getting around it. Your testicle will be well sandwiched in between your thighs, getting warmer. But the same can be said for office workers, of which I am, for 8 hours a day sat there with our balls right by our warm thighs. So that is modern society, and it's part of the reason why things are not going well for sperm health as a population. So there are ways around that. Well, I say ways around it, there are ways to manage it, but the best way is still kind of, if you can, get up and move and get kind of try and give it some air, so to speak, but just by moving the thighs apart. But there are cooling underwears that you can buy, where you can insert little ice packs, or other ones where you can put your testicles inside a separate pouch, which takes it away from the thighs a little bit. Other things like saunas, hot tubs, hot baths, excessive use of any of those is not good, because of the raised temperatures. So again, just regulating that. Exercise, what kind of like underwear are people wearing, and actually outside of exercise as well, people that wear those like kind of tight-fitting briefs, like old school pants rather than boxers, is something that is known to draw the testicles too close to the body. Again, put them too close to that heat source, which is not good for them. Again, as I said, exercise, if you're wearing jock straps or sports boxers type things that pull them up too high, just think about how often you're wearing them and what you're doing in that time. Cycling is a big thing. My podcast co-host is a male fertility PT, so he researches the hell out of everything, and he was saying that all the current research was cycling, because for some people, when you're going through, if you are going through a fertility struggle and you are really passionate about cycling and it's something that really gives you a mental release, people are like, I don't want to give it up. Well, the research shows that it's 5 hours or under a week and you should be okay. It's really kind of long rides after that because of the pressure on that scrotal area. So that's kind of like from the takeaways for the physical side of things, like what you're doing or how you're sitting, like I said, bath, saunas, etc. Just try and regulate what you're doing there.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I have to admit that's quite sad for me, because I absolutely love the sauna. I mean, I probably only go like once a week on average. But yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? And people would probably can generally think about the extreme heat points like a hot bath, sauna, hot tub, etc. But the smaller things like just sitting and having that heat from your legs and the lack of air and movement is a factor that contributes. So that's a good thing for people to bear in mind on that point.
So when you heat the testicles up, that kills the sperm, right?
Yeah, It doesn't necessarily kill them, but it damages their production. It can lead to things like DNA fragmentation, which has a huge knock-on effect to your chances of conceiving naturally, or other more tragic things such as miscarriages or baby loss.